Hi, I'm Estella M. Caliso. I will be reporting steps in developing assessment tools. Step in developing assessment tools. Examine the instructional objectives of the topics previously discussed. Make a table of specification or TOS. Construct the test items. Assemble the test items. Check the assembled test item. Write direction. Make the answer key. Analyze and improve the test items. Examine the instructional objectives of the topic previously discussed. The first step in developing an acceptance test is to examine and go back to the instructional objectives so that you can match with the test items to be constructed. Make a table of specification. Table of specification or TOS is a chart or table that details the content and level of cognitive level assessed on a test as well as the types of emphasis of these items. Table of specification is very important in addressing the validity and reliability of the test items. Preparing a table of specification. Consider these steps in making two-way chart table of specification. Selecting the learning outcomes to be measured, identify the necessary instructional objectives needed to answer the test items correctly. The list of instructional objectives will include the learning outcomes in the areas of knowledge, intellectual skills or abilities, general skills, attitudes, interests, and appreciation. B. Make an outline of the subject matter to be covered in the test. The length of the test will depend on the areas covered in its content and the time needed to answer. C. Decide on the number of items per subtopic. Use this formula to determine the number of items to be constructed for each subtopic covered in the test so that the number of items in each topic should be proportional to the number of class sessions. Like number of items equals number of class sessions times desired total number of items. Divide total number of class session. D. Make the two-way chart. E. Construct the test items. A classroom teacher should follow the general principles of constructing the test items. The test item should always correspond with the learning outcome so that it serves whatever purpose it may have. Different format Different of formats of table of specification. Groundland 1990 lists several examples and format on how a table of specification should be prepared. So here's is the format of table of specification. Specific objectives, cognitive level, type of test, IT number, total points. Solve worded problems in consecutive integers. Cognitive level, application. Type of test, multiple choice. Item number 1 and 2. Total points is 4 points. Example on how to compute the number of items in each topic. Number of items for the topic is synthetic division. Number of class session discussing the topic is 3. Desired number of items is 10. Total number of class session for the unit is 10. So here is the examples. So this is the formula you needed to follow. Number of items. Number of class session times desired total number of items. Divide total number of class session. So number of items equals 3 times 10 divide 10. Number of items. 3 times 10 equals 30. Divide 10. Number of items for the topic synthetic division is 30 times 10, 30 divide 10 equals 3. Format 2 of the table of specification. One way of table of specification. So here is the Format 2 of table of specification. Contents, number of class session, number of items, cognitive levels, test items, distribution. So you will see the how many class sessions and number of items. Format 3 of table of specification. Two-way table of specification. Construct the test items. A general guidelines for constructing test items. Begin writing items far enough or in advance so that you will have time to revise them. 2. Match items to intended outcomes at the appropriate level of difficulty to provide valid measure of instructional objectives. Be sure each item deals with an important aspect of the content area and not with trivia. Be sure the problem posed is clear and ambiguous. Be sure that the item is independent with all other items. Be sure the item has one or best answer on which experts would agree. Prevent unintended clause to an answer in the statement or question. Avoid replication of the textbook in writing test items. Do not quote directly from the textual materials. Avoid trick or catch question in achievement tests. Try to write items that require higher order thinking skills. So, determining the number of test items. Consider the following average time in constructing the number of test items. The length of item, the length of time, and the type of item used are also factors to be considered in determining the number of items to be constructed in achievement tests. So there's is the assessment format and average time to answer. So in true or false, 30 seconds an average time. And multiple choice 60 seconds. Multiple choice of higher level learning objectives is 90 seconds. Short answer is 120 seconds. Completion 60 seconds. Matching 30 seconds per response. Short easy 10 to 15 minutes. Extended easy 30 minutes. Visual image 30 seconds. Checklist for constructing test items. So, the item is appropriate to measure a learning objective. So what is your answer, yes or no? The item format is the most effective means of measuring the desired knowledge. The item is clearly worded and can be easily understood by the target student population. The items of the same format are grouped together. So yes, there are various item types included in the assessment. The student had enough time to answer all test items. The instructions are specific and clear. The number of questions targeting each of the objective matches the weight of importance of that objective. The scoring guidelines are discussed clearly and available to students. 4. Assemble the test items. There are two steps in assembling the test: packaging the test and reproducing the test. In assembling the test, consider the following guidelines. A. Group all items with similar format. B. Arrange test items from easy to difficult. C. Space the test items for easy reading. D. Keep items some option in the same page. A. Place the illustration near the description. F. Check the answer key. G. Decide where to record the answer. 5. Write directions. Check the test direction for each item format to be sure that it is clear for the students to understand. The test direction contain the number of items to which they apply, how to record the answer, the basic they select the answer, and the criteria for scoring or scoring system. 6. Check the assembled test items. Before reproducing the test, it is very important to proofread first the test items for typographical and grammatical errors and make necessary correction if any. So, if you check the assembled test items, you must important to proofread the test items. and grammatically ang mga grammar na na-error, ang mga and make unnecessary correction if meron. 7. Make the answer keys. Be sure to check your answer case so that the correct answers follow a fairly random sequence. Avoid answers such as TF, 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 etc. or TTF, TTF, FF or for a true or false type, and ABCD patterns for multiple choice. So, in making the answer key, you must check the answer key if the answer key is fairly correct, or avoid answers like TF if your activity is true or false. 8. Analyze and improve the test items. Analyzing and improving the test items should be done after checking, scoring, and recording. So, analyze and improve the test items. So, analyze. In the word analyze and improve the test items. So, analyzing before and improving the test, and checking and scoring the recording test. That's all. Thank you for listening my report today. Thank you.